There ain't a drone up in the sky that I'm afraid of. Not a single pig alive that I would run away from. I'm still high for Arab Spring. Shout out to your pay stub and fuck your supervisor if he's a dick. Straight up.
You know what this also reminds me of is, remember when Trump said shithole countries? Is that the huge missed point there with, and this definitely was libs, is, okay, obviously he was being an idiot and racist and just probably thinking that entire cultures are shitholes, etc. But to say, oh, I'm so offended that he called them shithole countries, I'm sure they're vibrant places. Well, a lot of them aren't great places to live right now because of America.
Yeah.
Or because of other imperial designs that have been imposed upon them. And that is a more offensive thing and a deeper critique of American racism and foreign policy than just saying, oh, Trump was mean on the air once again.
In sort of trying to metabolize the rotten and just morally hideous people who are trying to get you to like accept this or think that it is in any way just, will say things like, well, what are you going to do? They're armed. They want to cross this fence and they want to kill Jews. What are you going to do? Just let them across the border? Yeah. But the broader question is, do you show to the world exactly what the state of Israel has to do to maintain itself in its current form? And if you're okay with that,
right,
well, then just fuck it. Like, forget it. Then you're admitting that you want to live in a state, or you think we should support a state in which this kind of wholesale murder is just just doing business.
Yeah,
that's just how
you
we
want to live in a murderous war of all against all.
Yeah, and that's the undergirding conservative idea. And that we were talking about how this connects to Black Lives Matter and protests in the United States and also the American border with Mexico, is that the undergirding conservative idea is that you must, in any given situation, ignore the context that created what's happening.
Right.
If someone does something that you perceive as violent to yourself, that is hostility. Why they're in that position, why are they deprived in this way, that is not something to be considered. That is sophistry.
Right.
Yes.
All that matters is that they're trying to get my stuff. Why I have this stuff and they don't have anything, that's for academics to talk about.
A perfect example.
Footage not found.
A perfect example of that, the IDF this week in their sort of savvy social media shop cut together a video of Palestinians, approaching the fence and being tear gassed and shot. And they were like, the caption was, imagine you lived a mile away from this.
Right.
And the obvious question is, if the Gaza Strip had a fancy Twitter app, social media account, PR shop, they could make the exact same video asking the exact same question.
Yes, but it wouldn't work because they're pitching it to an American audience, and the American audience they're pitching that can only imagine themselves inside the gated community.
Right.
They cannot imagine themselves deprived.
Well,
they cannot imagine themselves the one trying to fight for their lives. They are the ones on the other side of the thing. So, because that video you're talking about, it shows this sterile little suburb Israeli settlement, and then it pans out and it shows the border. And every American is subconsciously going to relate to that.
Yes.
Right. They're going to relate to that more than they can relate to any kind of abject lifestyle created by colonialism or imperialism or capitalism or anything, because they think that they're on the inside looking out. Right. And because of that, the appeal is going to be, these people are coming for you.
Right.
And you need to be able to do what you need to do to keep them from coming through your fucking door. You have this patronage. You have this mess of pottage that you've inherited. And maybe even if you really interrogated it, you'd be able to say, I probably don't deserve it in any sort of philosophical sense.
Yeah.
But it's mine. I'm not giving it up, and I will do whatever it takes to protect it. And that's what binds the relationship to Gaza, to the American border, to black communities in America. It is that throw up the fences, put out the guards, shoot them, so that I don't have to worry about them coming for my shit.
There ain't a drone up in the sky that I'm afraid of. Not a single pig alive that I would run away from. I'm still high for Arab Spring. Shout out to your pay stub and fuck your supervisor if he's a dick. Straight up.